"So, where are you from?" The bartender's name was Mac. She said she owned the place along with her boyfriend, Connor, who waved from the open kitchen and looked more like an acrobat. He was juggling so many pans. Tyler had made a beeline for an empty seat on the edge of the bar, where he could watch the action without anyone noticing him. But not 2 sips into that honeyed burn, and here she was, making conversation with the newcomer, even on a busy night. Or trying to. He wasn't exactly pulling his weight. "California," he said, swirling the liquid in his glass so he didn't have to look up. "That's a long way." "Yep." He took another sip. She pulled the taps on 2 drafts at once. "Up here hiking for a few days?" "No." He could practically feel Scott beside him, rolling his eyes. His first night in this town, where he was going to spend the next 6 weeks of his life, and he was already turning himself into some kind of pariah. He should say where he was from, why he was here, ask about the local attractions. He should make a fucking effort. "I'm here for the summer," he said, just as Mac was giving up on him and turning toward another customer. "Work." "Nice," she said, pocketing a tip. "Like I said, I'm Mac. Come around any time." "I'm Tyler," he said. "I will." Smile, he told himself. It's what non-assholes do. When Tyler quit his job fighting wildfires in California, his boss and mentor, Aiden, said he wouldn't tear up Tyler's resignation letter if Tyler promised one thing. He could supervise the fire break the Forest Service was putting in on the ridgeline above Gold Mountain, but only if he tried to enjoy it. "I won't let you leave my crew if you're just doing it to beat yourself up," Aiden said. And later, when Tyler was cleaning out his locker next to Scott's, "We all miss Scotty, Tyler. But what happened? It wasn't your fault." At one point, Tyler had believed every word out of Aiden's mouth. He'd hired Tyler when Tyler was fresh out of training, with nothing but a backpack and a pair of boots to his name. He'd quickly become more of a father to Tyler than the man who lived in Palo Alto and never wasted his time on things that weren't important, like his son. But Tyler wasn't some wide-eyed kid anymore. He knew better than to believe what Aiden said. Aiden, Scotty, the Forest Service. Fuck. He'd driven 1,200 miles north from L.A., the farthest he could get without crossing into Canada, and he still couldn't leave them behind. Tyler looked around, trying to get out of his head. Couples chatting, groups of friends. The bar was L-shaped, and he could see directly across to where a tall, broad-shouldered man with a bald head and a snake tattooed up his arm was taking up too much space on the end. He had one of those booming voices that carried, so even though his back was to Tyler, Tyler could hear him saying, "Just got back, and you owe me," followed by an even louder, "Don't you fucking say no to me." Tyler glanced at Mac, who had paused to look sharply at the man. "Trouble?" he asked, even as he knew he should stay out of it. But staying out of trouble wasn't his strong suit, especially if there was a woman involved, and Tyler could tell from the man's tone of voice, possessive and ugly, that there was a woman involved, a woman who sure as hell wouldn't want to be talked to that way. Mac sighed. "When Russ is around, there's always trouble." He thought she might go to the kitchen for backup. Tyler didn't see much in the way of security around here, but Mac called in a loud voice like she'd done this before. "Hey, Russ, get out of here!" Russ turned to Mac, which afforded Tyler a glimpse of the woman who'd been blocked by his enormous frame. And damn if he thought he could stop staring. She was beautiful, yes, but it was more than that. She was tanned, with a dusting of freckles suggesting she spent more time outside than just a weekend or 2 of vacation. She waved Russ away, and he saw the shift in her muscles, the strength under the softness of her skin. He liked that.